Okay, I'm going to try something new today, and as always, if you're seeing this video, it turned out okay. It's going to be a garlic shrimp, and I'm doing a little bit of crab with it too. That's just imitation crab meat. It's going to be a garlic shrimp Parmesan toast type appetizer. What you're going to need for it is shrimp, and then if you want to do crab, which I'm doing just because I have some left over from my crab rangoons, you can add that in, but shrimp. And then you're going to need, for the rest of the recipe, some smoked paprika. Hopefully you can say that better than I can. Put smoked paprika, garlic paste, Old Bay seasoning, some Tony's, that's Cajun seasoning, some garlic powder, black pepper, parsley, and then some type of all-purpose rub. Basically, it's garlic, salt, and pepper all mixed together. I did a Four Rivers barbecue. You can use, whatever all-purpose spice or rub that you can find in there. So, anyway, that's your ingredients. And then a loaf of French bread, which we'll get to a little bit later. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop all this up into small pieces as well as this, then flavor it and cook it, and we'll take it. So here's where I don't know what the measurements are. I'm just going to put in some Old Bay. If you want to know what a measurement, you should use to try out, start off with maybe, a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon, some Tony's. Okay, Will's doing my videoing. Some Tony's, okay. Some of the all-purpose rub, which, I gotta open this up. Forgot to do that. Rookie mistake. So a little all-purpose. Okay. We're going to be mixing all of this up in your thoroughly washed hands. Okay. Some garlic powder. Some pepper. Okay. And then I'm going to go back and probably do a little bit more of the Cajun. Okay. Because it's supposed to be a Cajun thing. So we're just going to let this sit while we go to the next part. So the next step I did was cut up the French bread into about 1/2-inch slices, and we'll show you what we're going to do with this in a minute. And I also have the oven setting at 400. Okay, so I melted a little butter in the bottom of this. If you don't want butter, you can probably use olive oil. And I'm going to cook this up, and then I'm also going to add just a little bit, I showed this in the beginning of the video, a little bit of garlic paste while we're cooking it. Probably want to take the top off, it makes it easier. Okay, so just a little garlic paste in there. And we're going to cook this up, and then when it's done cooking, we'll go to the next step. So that's all we're doing is cooking this up. Little butter, garlic paste. Of course, it has all those spices that we put in it before. Okay, so what I've got mixed up in here in a separate bowl is a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, a 1/2 cup of sour cream, and then I'm going to put basically a 1/2 bag of Parmesan, this shredded Parmesan cheese. Okay, a 1/2 bag of mozzarella cheese. Okay, we're going to mix all this up. Okay, and I think actually I'm going to probably add some more mayonnaise and sour cream because this looks a little just a bit too cheesy. And then we're going to add in those same spices that we did. So the Tony's, onion powder, garlic powder. I said onion powder, but it's garlic powder. A little black pepper. Little Old Bay. Little AP. Okay. And then I'm going to mix all this up, and then I said I think I'm going to just add a little bit more sour cream and a little bit more mayonnaise. But then what we're going to do is, when this cools, this is the cooked up shrimp and crab, and when this cools, we're going to mix this into that. Okay, I scooped that on top of the sliced bread. I added, I mixed in the shrimp with that mixture. And after it cooled, put it on top of the sliced bread. Sprinkled it with some smoked paprika. Had a little problem here, but hopefully you won't. And then a little bit of parsley, and then I'm going to put it in the oven at 400 for about 10 to 15 minutes. So I got distracted and mixed things up. I was supposed to put some more shredded Parmesan on top of it. And then the smoked paprika and parsley. I mixed them up a little bit, but I think it'll still all taste the same. Now I'm putting it in the oven. And now we've taken them out of the oven after about 15 minutes or so, and they look pretty good. We'll figure out how they taste. They're going to be a little bit hot right now, but here's the final product.